Hello! Summer is right around the corner, and it's that time of the year again where we start getting together with our friends, having a few drinks, and enjoy the outdoors. And in my opinion, nothing makes that more fun than some outdoor games. Now, you could run out and spend your money on some fancy store-bought stuff, but if you got a little time, some basic tools, and some wood lying around, you can make these yourself and potentially save a little cash. And even if you don't save a little cash, it's just fun to make stuff. So let's get into it. This is 5 games that you can go into your shop and make right now for your next backyard barbecue. Number 1, Cornhole, the best game with the worst name. It's easy to learn and it's super satisfying when you land that perfect toss. Not to mention, making a cornhole set is a solid beginner woodworking project. All you really need is some plywood and some 2x4s. The regulation size for cornhole is 2 foot wide by 4 foot wide, but I really don't think regulation matters when it comes to backyard cornhole.
Is that goal regulation size or what?
So if you're lacking on space, making them a little smaller will definitely work. All you really need to do is make a simple frame. You're going to want to cut a 6-inch hole with its center 9 inches from the top, like so. Just make sure you have it centered side to side as well. You can easily cut this circle out with a jigsaw. Screw your plywood onto the 2x4 frame, and then you can add legs like you can see here. And then the legs are just held on with some bolts and some washers, so you can fold them in when you need to store these. And once you have them built, you can paint them with whatever design you want. I've even seen some people use glow-in-the-dark paint so you can play this game at night, which I think sounds pretty cool. Me and my wife have made a set in the past for a Halloween party, and we did a Halloween theme on them. If you're real into following the rules, here's the official layout for your cornhole boards. Anyway, that's number 1. Let's move on to number 2. Giant Jenga. This one can get chaotic and fun. If you've ever played regular Jenga, you know exactly how much fun this can be, but Giant Jenga is far more exciting. So to make this, I just lined up my 3 2x3s next to each other like so and measured them. That was 7.5 inches. So then I could cut all of my 2x3 pieces to 7.5 inches. This way, when I set them in stacks of 3 like in classic Jenga, the width and the length will be the same. After that, it's really important that you sand these all really smooth. You want them to be able to slide out like the regular game does when you need them to. Just set it up on a sturdy table or a flat patch of lawn, and there you go. And if you want to make it even more fun, you could write something on each one of these blocks that the person has to do once they take out that block. Like take a sip of your drink or speak with a British accent for the rest of the game. Where are you going on your bike? You don't want to go down there. Wait, I think that's the guy from Pet Cemetery. You don't want to go down there.
You the one playing games?
I've never been good at accents. See? It gets fun. So anyway, there you go. There's number 2. It is incredibly easy to make. It's just cut up pieces of 2x4, and it will be fun for everybody at the party. Alright, moving on to number 3. Wooden ring toss. I want to talk about something that's easy to make. This is the easiest project on the entire list. All you need is a square piece of 3/4 inch plywood, roughly 12 by 12. After that, you'll mark an X from corner to corner, and then that will give you the center of that board. Drill a hole 3/4 of an inch, and now you're going to take a 3/4 inch dowel and just glue it down into that hole. This is kind of like horseshoes, but you're going to be using a ring made of rope, or you can make it out of wood if you'd prefer. I think some 1/8 inch plywood would work really good if you're going to make it out of wood. Now the idea of the game is obviously just to throw your ring onto the dowel. If you want to use a bigger piece of plywood, you could paint circles around the dowels with point values, so the closer you are to getting your ring onto the dowel, the more points you get. This is a great project if you're short on time. Maybe you got a Memorial Day party coming up and you just want to throw something together. Not to mention, this is something that the kids love to play with, so there's another fun one you could make. Let's move on to number 4. So if I'm being honest, I've never played this game and I've never made this game, but I saw it online and I thought it looked really fun. And not to mention, its other name is Viking Chess, which, let's be honest, makes it sound way cooler than all the other backyard games. Alright, so here's the idea. You have wooden blocks that are called cubs, some batons for throwing, which are just wooden dowels, and a bigger block of wood called your king. So you set them all up on the grass, as you can see here. You take turns trying to knock over the other team's cubs. Once you've knocked over all the other team's cubs, you can go for the king, but if you knock over the king ahead of time, you lose. Just look up the rules. But the build is very simple. To build it, all you need are some 4x4s and some, let's say, 2-inch dowels. No, 2 inch? No, maybe 1.5 inch. 1 inch? Probably 1.5. You can cut 10 of your 4x4s to 6 inches for your cubs, and 1 4x4 to 12 inches for your king. And if you wanted, you could take your time and design all of the blocks to have a cool look to them or anything like that. This is definitely a game I'm going to be making and trying this summer at one of my family picnics. And last but not least, number 5, washer toss. It's basically a mix between horseshoes and darts, but with like small wooden boxes and washers. It sounds really simple, but it gets competitive really fast. So you make these boxes that are usually about 16 inches square, and then you want to have a 4-inch cup or a piece of PVC in the middle of the box. That's going to be your target when you're throwing your washers. Players take turns throwing their washers, trying to land them in the cup or at least inside the box. And another benefit of this is you can easily make this game out of pallets, and it's totally free. Or you could go ahead and just use some plywood, which isn't free but is much easier, that's for sure. Just cut all your boards to size and nail and screw them together like so. Just some hot glue would work to stick this PVC or cup to the inside of your box. You could also make these boxes stackable, and that way you can store all of your washers and everything inside of the bottom one. Stack the second one on top and put some handles on the side, and you could carry it around like, you know, like that. Let's be honest, aside from Jenga, all these games are basically the same. Throw one thing at another thing. So just pick one and go make it and have some fun with your friends. There you go, 5 backyard games that you can build with your own hands with just a little bit of lumber. These games are really fun to play, and I think the projects are really fun to make, and if you're watching this video, you probably think making projects is fun too. So get out in your shop and go make yourself some of these games so you can have some fun with your friends and family this summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and please hit the like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Now all I need are some friends. I've been trying to learn how to use a teleprompter while I do these videos a little bit. So this is my setup. A broken microphone, my camera, a roll of masking tape, my phone with a teleprompter, and an ice cold Coors Banquet holding it all up. Janky as fuck.
Bye, see you again, and have a good dream.